Hi friends, welcome to TechLake video tutorials. This is Ravi, and today I'm going to explain about a Spark SQL table creation DDL operations. So previous session we went through how to create a database and how to create database in external location, and today primarily we'll focus on table creation. So this is very important when it comes to Databricks SQL when you are creating a managed table or external table in Databricks. So let's start with the session and you'll understand more detail level into how to create a table, how to create a managed table, how to create a external table, and the difference between internal table or you can say managed table or external table, and advantages and disadvantages that we'll understand today. Okay, let's start with the session. So yesterday's session, previous session, we went through that how to create a database. And today we'll understand how to create a table in Databricks using Spark SQL and different types of tables and storage type as well. So where it will store, how it will store, that also we'll see that. So create table is a common syntax in every databases. So similarly here also create table, even you can create table from PySpark like using a Spark read write API, which you can create a table. But before that, what we will do, we'll create a table first. To create table name. So what I'll do, I'll create a table name called customers. Okay, and table name is customer, and I'll go with the columns with the data types. So column 1 is ID, data type is integer. Column ID is a name, data type is a string. Then another column is a location, data type is string. Just I'm going for 3 columns, then create this table. So whenever you create this table, what will happen? This table will be available under data here. If you go there in a default database, there you can find this. Now it is creation in progress. So whenever you create a table without using option, default it will create a delta format. Databricks, if you're not specifying any format here using type, default it will create delta. And when you are creating a table, right, it is showing exception saying that the location is already available. So someone is using the location. Now you can verify that location. If location is already available, which you cannot create on that location, you cannot create. I will show you that first. If location is not empty, so you cannot directly create table. Okay. So because when you are going for create table, it will create as a managed table. So what is managed table? That we'll understand now. Now the table is already available, data also is available. Now you can read this. You can read this data in SQL. That data means it is a delta table. It is delta table by path. So select star from delta dot. Then you can specify the path, which you can read that. Okay, only one record is available. The previous session we created this table, only one record is available. Now, even you can create a table directly specifying location. Even there is a possibility, create a table name, customers, then specify that location. So I'm going to create a table on this location. The location table already available, data already available. That is external table. So now remember few functions. One is show databases. If you run this, it will show available databases. Only one database, which is the default one, is available. Similarly, show tables. It will display available tables, but in Metastore. So Metastore, just now we created this table. Okay, and it is showing is temporary false. It is not a temporary. Now, similarly, show create table. Show create table, this table name. If you want to verify the DDL of the table, If you want to verify the DDL of the table, you can see the DDL. Now you can see the DDL. Data definition language about this. What is happened? That location table means data is already available. It's a delta. But what we did, we created a table on particular location. When you are going for creating a table on particular location, it is created a type as external table. It is created a table as external table. You say this. On this location we specified, when you specify the location keyword, it will create as external table. And it's a delta table, minimum reader version, writer version will be available. That's okay. Now it is Spark catalog. So Databricks does not have their own catalog. So they are using Hive. So Hive catalog here will call it as Spark catalog to store the metadata. Nothing but all your tables, columns, data types, everything is storing at Spark catalog. Spark catalog default database is default, the schema or database and the table name. Now, so next what we will do, I'll create another table just without location. I'll create another table, just customer underscore dem. Okay, just I'm going to create this. I'm not specified any using type, and I'm not specified location. I'm not specified any location. Now verify this DDL. So how to verify the DDL? Show create table, then table name. This is the DDL. Copy this and I'll paste here and I'll show you the comparison between these two. And this is external table. This is internal table. Internal table or mayonnaise table. Type is table type, you see mayonnaise table. You don't see the location keyword. You don't see the location. So whenever you go for creating a table without location, then that will create as a default mayonnaise table or internal table. So the table will be available in that location, that is called default warehouse location, fs ls user hive warehouse. There your table name. It will be available in a subfolder inside warehouse. So your table will be available here. Okay. So why it is going to create here? Because Databricks is using Hive catalog. Databricks is also open source. Spark also, Hive also, sorry, Databricks is not an open source, it's a company. Spark is an open source, Hive is also open source. So instead of developing their own catalog, they are using Hive catalog here. That's why the parameter default value, when you go and verify in a Spark SQL, if you verify the parameter value using a spark.conf.get, spark.sql.warehouse.directory. If this is the one of the parameter in Spark configuration, the default value is this one. That's why whenever you create a table without specifying a location, it is going and creating here location, default warehouse location. Now, what is the difference between external table and mayonnaise table? Mayonnaise table or internal table. So don't get confused on this. You can call it as mayonnaise or internal table. Another one is external table. External means external location and internal means default location. Default location. Without location keyword, if you create a default location, it is at user hive warehouse. Then your table name or database name or table name. Inside the database name, then subfolder table name. Now, so let's understand the difference between this. So what I'll do, I'll insert some records to explain that. So insert into this table values. Just I'll insert one value. So I'm going to explain the difference between mayonnaise table and external table. Mayonnaise table and external table. Now both tables are available. you can query this. So see, this record, one record is available. Verify another table as well. Verify another table as well. Both tables data is available. Okay, come just observe the difference now. Now the external location, this location, what I have specified. So this location is internal location of the table. Okay, where it is. Yeah. So I will show you the both differences. So this is the internal location, and here it is external location. Here it is external location. Okay. That is manage table. This is manage table. Sorry. This one is manage table, which is default location. That is external table. Even DDL also I shown that. This is the DDL of external table, and that is another DDL. This one. Now if I will drop both tables. Drop table name. I'll drop both the tables. I'll remove this one as well. Now both tables are removed. Now verify the table. So table anyway it's not available. You will get an error saying that table or view does not exist. So table or view does not exist. The customer underscore dim also it is not available. So whenever you remove this table, the location, that internal location of the table, that where it is storing the data, right? So that also it will remove. Now you see that table location is not available. Now go and verify this external table location. Still it is available. So whenever you remove this internal table, if we drop internal table, or you can say manage table, if you drop manage table, it will remove data and metadata. So metadata from this Spark catalog, data from that physical location where it is created the table. It will remove both. Now whenever I remove external table, if we remove, or you can say drop external table, it will remove only metadata from Spark catalog. Data will be available on that location. So that's the advantage of external location. Even if you remove the table, right? If you remove the drop the table is not available, but the data still it is available. You can create the table again. So this location, again you can create a table. Create table. This one. So this way which we can go with creating a table. Whenever you create a table default without specifying anything here. Yeah. Default it will create a delta table. Now if you want to create another type like a CSV table, CSV type, then you need to specify using type as a CSV. Then whenever you insert data into this table, the data backend it will store as a CSV file. Let's insert one record and show you that. Insert into this table. I'll insert just one record. So whenever you insert a record into this table, the table is available here. A record will be available, but where it will be stored? The table default location, user, hive, warehouse. Then here you can find this. So you see the CSV file, it is created in backend. Even you can read that. Even you can read that file. I inserted this where a table is available here. So the table type, using type, so the backend storage type it is CSV. Even if you go to show create table, table name, the DDL also will show you the same thing. This is the DDL of the table. This one. Even you can create a table in some external location using a location keyword. Using location keyword, you can specify this. Okay, so customers, then folder CSV. So here I want to create a table. Then I want to create it as an external. Sorry. So this is the table creation. So even we can create a table with a specifying that location. Now if I insert a record, now you can go and verify in that location. Which location? This is the location. Customers, CSV. So there you can find the CSV file. It's the CSV. Same thing, just a different location. Can read the data as well. Now even if you're looking for the table DDL, you need to go with the show create table. Show create table. So we specify the location, right? When you are specifying the location, you see this location is available in this location. Okay. Now if I remove this table, means I drop this table, drop table name. So when you are dropping this table, the table is available in Metastore. You can't find the table, which is ext table. You don't see the table. Then when you go to the location, this is the existing file, right? This is the existing file. Even I will show you the location without a file name. This is the location we specified. Still file is available. Still file is available. So when you are creating a table by default with a location keyword, it will treat as external table. Even there is an option which we can specify a table type as create external table. Create external table on that location. So consider I'll create another folder, ext. So even you can use the table syntax, create a external table. Whenever you use a location keyword, the default it is external table. So some location it is going to store. If I remove, it will remove only metadata, not a data. Metadata from Spark catalog. Now this table also same. Now if I insert data, so data will be available there in the particular location. Which location? And if you remove the table, or even if you go for a create table, right? Show DDL. Show create table name. Sorry, this is the table name. Copy, paste error. Now you see this. So we specified as DDL as a create external table, but still you see the DDL, you see this. Okay. Even when you are creating a table with the constraints, I will show you this another option. I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop this and create with the constraints, not null constraint, I'll tell you. Integer, not null. String, not null. So when you are going for constraints, I'm creating this table with the constraints. Now, if you go to the show DDL, show, create, table, verify this. You don't see external table keyword, you don't see the constraints. Few things when you are going for show DDL, external table it is not showing, but location is showing, but constraints, whatever we used constraints, it is not showing. Databricks, Delta Lake supports constraints. Databricks, Delta Lake supports constraints. But here it is not a delta, it is CSV file. Just I'm showing that example. When you are going for show DDL, external table, even if you're not specifying that, but location is there, then it will treat as a external table. But when you go for delta, it will show you the table type. This is for delta. This is for delta. So this is about mayonnaise table, external table. Mayonnaise table means if you remove the table, it will remove metadata from Spark catalog. It will remove data from the default location. External table means it will remove only metadata from Spark catalog. Your data location will be available. So data, that files will be available. So this is about Spark SQL create table and mayonnaise table, external table. In another video, we'll see a few more options like how to create a view, different types of view. So that is very important session. 3 types of views are available that we will discuss in another session. So Databricks advantage here it is, you can go with creating a table with any format like CSV, JSON, XML, Excel, any kind of format. So I have given multiple examples here with partition by, okay. If you have a time, you can go through this. Again, we will see partition and indexes. And delta indexes are nothing but delta optimize and georder is available. And plus bucketing and partitioning also we'll see in a separate session, performance tuning session. Okay. This is about create table, manage table, external table. Thank you. See you in another video.